Hey everybody, Bugtent here. Today we're taking a look at the Osprey Exos, one of the most frequently used packs on the Appalachian Trail. We're going to go over the good, the bad, and the in-between. Stick with us. Okay, so this week we are taking a look at the Osprey Exos. I've had this pack for a little under a year. There's some things that I like about it. There's a lot of things I don't like about it. There's some things that I've had different thoughts about as I've thought more about it. So I'm going to dive right into it. Today we're going to do a few things that are good, a few things that are bad, and a few things that will really depend on how you plan on using the pack. This is the Osprey Exos. I have stuffed it with a sleeping bag and a few down jackets just to fill it out. This pack has incredible volume at 58 liters. Stated weight is 2.65 pounds. That's 2 pounds, 10.4 ounces. It does come in a women's version as well. It comes in a two-tone green color scheme as well. One of the things that's great about this bag is that it carries really comfortably. 35 to 40 pounds is really comfortable in this bag. You can see it has a fairly robust suspension system with aluminum stays. There's a lot of padding on the shoulder straps, and the hip belt is very comfortable as well. It's really adjustable, which is nice for people who are either larger, smaller, or perhaps your waist size is changing over the course of a long hike. One of the things that's absolutely rock solid is Osprey's warranty. They warranty their gear regardless of when you purchased it, who you purchased it through, really anything, and it is a robust warranty that I've actually put to the test and been very impressed with the customer service and their desire to, in their words, make things right. Another big pro for this bag is that it's available in local retailers. You can go into an REI and try this bag on, see how it feels, see if you like the fabric, see if the fit is right. That's another sort of huge one-up over some of the cottage industries that, you have to sort of order a bag on good faith and take your measurements and try to make sure that the bag you're ordering is the right bag for you. Another benefit of this bag is its price point. Listed at $220, you can often get it at a 20 or sometimes at 30% off sale during one of REI's annual sales. That drops the price significantly and makes it very aggressively priced compared to a lot of the cottage industry bags. A pretty common criticism for this bag is that it lacks hip pockets. And so you can see down here on the hip belt, this is just a padded belt right here, but there's no pockets. And have actually tried adding pockets, but haven't found good success based on the shape of the hip belt. Consequently, I've gone to a DCF chest rig. There winds up being a lot of dead space at the bottom of your pack, and even when not using stuff sacks and just stuffing directly into the bag, these little wing areas often are left void. You can see right down here that void and how it wraps around on the hip. Osprey tried to build a lot of features into this pack, but frankly some of them feel a little bit gimmicky. For example, this is supposed to be a holder for my trekking poles, and while I love the idea, it's difficult to strip off. You can see I'm going to have to cut this shock cord to go ahead and remove it. This top pocket is removable, which I love, but underneath is this quick flap, which again, I don't have the option to remove. It's sewn right in. Also, you can see the pack is hydration compatible, but I would like it if I had the option to take out the hydration sleeve rather than have it sewn into the pack. For people who use hydration bladders, that's great, but for the bulk of hikers who are on smart water bottles, it's just extra fabric in there. I would like the ability to unclip that rather than have to cut that out. If you want to see how I've solved the water bottle issue, you can always check out my video. I'll link it above and see what those clips lead to. Some more gimmicky features on the back. We have an ice axe loop that again comes up and has this nice little bungee, but again, no way to remove it without cutting the bungee cord. Another thing that I would prefer to have seen a different direction on is the fabric that this is made out of. This is durable, good quality fabric, but it is not waterproof in any way, shape, or form. It's not even really water resistant, and so consequently you're forced to go with a pack liner or pack cover or some sort of integrated cover system with your rain gear. I would like to have seen Osprey think outside the box a little bit, and while acknowledging the price point, I would like to have seen them look for some fabric that's a little more water resistant. I know designers go back and forth on this, but you can see that this has a cinch closure as opposed to a roll top closure. I personally would have liked to have seen a roll top closure. Here you can see that the cinch is actually designed right into that quick flap, which again makes it really hard to figure out a way to remove this without damaging the overall integrity of the pack. Something I have mixed feelings about are these pockets on the side. I've thrown a smart water bottle in the side just to give you some perspective. They're huge pockets. They're built of a stretchy material. I really like that. They're able to house water bottles easily, sometimes multiple water bottles. They're able to house wet gear with no problem. Osprey has built these pockets on the side with the idea that you can add your water bottle on an angle, which makes them easier to grab. I just never really felt like these were secure. I didn't feel like the angle was right. These just never really did it for me. This is an example of the Airspeed 3D tension mesh back, and you can see the actual space that exists behind this mesh panel. This is fantastic in summer when you're climbing up a mountain and you're getting super hot. It gives you a lot of airflow, keeps you really cool. As I've mentioned in earlier videos, I use a 3/4 sleeping pad, and I like to use my pack as sort of the bottom quarter. And this, the shape of this doesn't make it particularly comfortable. My feet often slide off. Again, I'm not buying a backpack to be a footrest, but it's like one of those small details that you don't think about until you actually have that backpack. And so overall, I'd say this a plus, but just be aware that this pack does not lay flat. Between the aluminum stays and the 3D tension back, it has quite a curvature to it. The overall volume of this pack, combined with its weight, make it a really viable option for people who are looking for a lighter weight option to their traditional backpack. It's a great bridge style backpack when you're moving from a traditional backpacking setup to a lighter weight or ultralight setup. If you're already a really weight conscious backpacker, this bag may be too big and or too heavy for you. For me, I found it fit the bill because I could strip it all the way down and take it on a solo trip. Or if I'm going family backpacking, this allows me a little more capacity as well as the ability to carry weight a little bit more comfortably. If this backpack seems like it's a little bit too much for you, both in terms of weight and volume, you might consider looking at the Levity and Lumina series, which I will link below. They come in a 45 and a 60 liter option, which get down in the 1 pound, 12 ounce range. There's my review on the Osprey Exos backpack, the good, the bad, and some of the stuff in between. If you have questions about the backpack, please drop them in the comments below. I'm personally still a little bit undecided on the pack. If you have another backpack that hits a lot of those same criteria in terms of price, volume, and weight, please drop that in the comments below. I'd love to check it out. I'm actually considering switching backpacks for something a little bit lighter for a long distance hike this summer. If you find these videos a little bit helpful, please go ahead, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you next week. Thanks so much. Bugtent out.